and tea. The good morning light is here. It's time to start the day. Yeah, it's time to start the day. Faith and tea. Oh, honey, good morning light is here. It's time to start the day. Yeah, it's time to start the day. Yeah, it's time to start the day. Faith and tea. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and or host. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. And yes, we're going to rejoice and be glad in it. And it is normally what we call Inspirational Friday. But as you all know, for the month of February, we were honoring our own, very own Black entrepreneurs. And today we're closing it out with a powerful couple. And yeah, y'all see that other face on there, none other than Pastor Sean Brock. He's actually going to take over and run the platform today. Listen, I am so excited about what we did this month. And for any of you all that have been following us, if you need to get any information on any of the individuals, please reach out to us. Some powerful information has come out, and we've got some other things that we're going to be doing the remainder of this year just to support each other. As we know, on Fridays, we don't do shout outs, so don't be looking for me to call your name out because we're not going to do that today. But what we do ask you to do is put your church name where you're going to be fellowshipping on this coming Sunday, because regardless of how this goes today, this is not your Sunday service. This is just inspirational to get you to Sunday. And so, with that being said, I'm getting ready to move out the way and let this couple and Pastor Sean take over. It's in your hands, Pastor. Go ahead.
Good morning, Bishop, Faith and Tea family. Bless you on this Friday, the last Friday in February. And it is my honor and privilege to introduce to the Faith and Tea family this wonderful couple, Brandon and Jessica Jones. Welcome, you two. Do me a
Thank
favor,
you.
everybody on the Faith and Tea family, go ahead and share. As y'all see Bishop already in the comments, y'all go ahead and tag a few people and let them get introduced to this wonderful couple, young Black entrepreneurs who are excellent at what they do. And I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves in their own way. Who are you? Where you're located? And introduce your company, however you guys want to do that.
All right. So I am Jessica Jones, and this is my amazing husband, Brandon Jones. And we are here to represent our business, J. Smith Images LLC. So we are the proud parents of three amazing kids. So we have our 18-year-old Aaron, we have our 3-year-old Braxton, and the newest addition is our almost 9-month-old Carson. And so we are just a family business. My mother would kill me if I don't mention our other family business while we're here, which is J&S Designs. So that is our other family business where we do custom apparel and we do laser engraving and personalized gifts and things. So we are excited to be here and really happy to share with everyone today.
Outstanding. I not my just myself, but me, my wife, even our church has benefited from the excellent work that you all do. Yes, with with the design company. And you guys are not necessarily highlighting that, but
Mhm.
certainly they do excellent work. T-shirts, engraving. They have expanded that. I've been able to see. I've been able to see their wonderful toys in their home that they use, and they've certainly expanded that. One thing I will say is that you two invest in yourselves, and I think as Black entrepreneurs, small businesses, it is not always known how you get to where you are. A lot of people see the successes,
Yeah.
but can you talk a little bit about your origin story and share how you kind of got things going and some of how you've invested back in yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So it goes all the way back to, for me, 2017. And so I was preparing for a trip to Israel. We did a trip with the church that we attend, Greater Morning Star Apostolic Ministries in Largo, Maryland. And so we did a trip to Israel, the group of us. And on that trip, I said, you know what? I want to learn how to use a camera, and I want to, be able to document this, because I mean, this was for me, a life changing experience to be able to go to Israel, walk where Jesus walked, and go through the whole thing. And so I wanted to document everything. And so my mom bought me my first camera, and I got with some friends who are photographers. You're familiar, with Myron and Lamar, and so they kind of gave me a crash course and taught me, some basics, and, went to Israel, had a phenomenal time, took some amazing photos. And the feedback I got was, this is something that you could possibly do. And from there, I just started, taking photos of my family and friends, and it was beginning to really turn into something. And then in 2018 is when I started my business, and I started doing stuff for the church. And I was offered the opportunity to do our youth conference and capture photos for our youth conference in Indianapolis, Indiana. And got to Indianapolis, Indiana, got to the church, and lo and behold, this brother, I see him, and he's just kind of running around the church. And I'm like, what is this dude doing? And I'll let him kind of take it from here as to like where he kind of comes into.
So my origin story was to pick up where she left off at. She came to Indianapolis, and it was the church that I grew up at. I wasn't currently attending, but the pastor called me in. He was like, "Brandon, I need you to help me do some live streaming. They got this national youth conference coming to the church, and I need some help with the live stream." I said, "Okay, Bishop Fields, I'll come in and help you." And so I was just serving, serving,
Mhm.
and that's how me and Jessica initially met.
Yeah.
But just to be clear, so Jessica's a photographer, and I do videography. And I didn't do videography until I met Jessica. I was editing video out of a need because we had this might be a reoccurring theme in a lot of churches. The announcements was going too long. The church announcements were going too long, and then at the church that I was at, Christ Church Apostolic at the time, we would have announcements after Bishop Sean Tyson preaches, and sometimes the sister, God bless her heart, who was supposed to give the announcement would be wrecked in the corner somewhere shouting, or she wouldn't get through the announcements. So I said, well, why don't we just record the announcements, and we just show a video after offering it. So that's where I started editing video out of a need for the church.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jessica, once we got married, and she
Well,
said,
even before we got married,
even before we
he
got
would come to visit. He was my second shooter for an event that I had, and that's when I was like, oh, you can take pictures too. And we started kind of cultivating that. A lot of YouTube videos. I am pretty self-taught, so YouTube University for both of us when it comes to his video editing, when it comes to my photo editing, poses and lighting and everything. We, are self-taught. Trial and error is the way of the game. And so, we've done weddings together. We've done events together, a lot of collaboration. So that's kind of how we got here.
Outstanding. That's uh, some of that I didn't even know. I knew you all met in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was while you were going to do a shoot as well. That's amazing. That's amazing, and
Yeah.
it shows, right? It shows that even for you all, that all of this is intertwined into um, who God has made you and who God has designed you to be, and not only the investments you all have put in, and we'll talk about that in a moment. The investments you all have put back into your own self, being self-taught, but then finance and resources that you have invested, so that you are. Marketable in a way that we're not just mom and pop. We're not just doing this which is very important when you start to, especially within the Black community. Sometimes we do a lot of that. Family discount, that's my cousin, and that kind of stuff. But when you are able to offer excellent product, when you're able to offer excellent service, you should be able to demand market rate for your product and for your services. And so it's very interesting how even God orchestrated you all coming together. And you did, it started with you just simply serving. And I think for somebody who may be looking to get their feet wet in entrepreneurship, what you all's story shows us is that just simply serving a need may also be a door to something that actually turns into a blessing to you, but also to a whole demographic of people in need. I'll throw this in there, Bishop, that the picture that Bishop uses for for me on the Faith and Tea platform is actually a picture from you all's a photo shoot you all did for my wife and I. Incidentally, we're scheduled, I think, in a couple of weeks to
Yes.
re-up. So talk about what your company actually does, what you actually do. We've heard some photo shoots for weddings and things, but talk about exactly what you all offer.
So, expansive list.
Hmm.
As far as the photo shoots, so we do all kinds of photo shoots. We do portraits, we do headshots, we do on location. So if you want to do something more lifestyle, kind of out and about, we do, those types of photo shoots. We do couples, we do engagements, surprise engagements, planned engagements. I've hid in bushes to capture people's engagements. We also do so we do all kinds of events, baby showers. It could be a small gathering of 10 people. It can be a large gathering of 250 people. We do weddings, engagement parties. We do, anniversary parties, all kinds of events, galas. Oh, go ahead.
That's on, and then on the church side, we've done ordinations.
Yes, ordinations.
Ordinations. We've already said weddings.
Yeah,
Um,
conferences.
and we've done a funeral.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
So funeral photography is something that I did not know was a thing, but it is a thing. We've done some funerals, and so like for us, anything that we go into, no matter what it is, we go into it with the idea of capturing the moments that people never want to forget. We take pictures on our cell phones, and those just kind of, go to the wayside, but it's something about having, this digital image that just kind of encompasses a moment in time, and it kind of like just makes that moment a still moment that you can go back to. So we do that. On the other side, we have like an entertainment side of our photography business, which is our photo booth business. And so with that, we have a 360 photo booth. We have an iPad stand. And we also just recently started doing photo printing. And so at your event, you can get your photos printed. And so we have a portrait station that we are now going to be offering, where we'll set up a camera if you have a backdrop, and we'll take professional photos where we retouch on the spot and print those pictures for your guests. So that is like our newest offering. And then we have our in-home studio. So the photos that we did take, they are mostly are taken in our in-home studio. So we have definitely invested in, quality backdrops, backdrop systems, lighting. We have a monitor, which if you see our eyes diverting, we're looking over at our monitor. And so we pride ourselves in being able to offer a professional experience, but in a relaxed environment. You're coming to my home. So it's a little less pressure than coming into a big giant studio, but we're still giving you that studio quality, but just in a more intimate environment.
Great. I think I wanted you to talk a little bit about uh, the difference in being an entrepreneur that maybe is doing something individually versus what you guys do as a couple, and so you have a team. I've even been there, and your oldest has been helping out with different aspects and different things. I've watched him uh, also become a part of you all's team at various times. So talk about the dynamic of it being a couple, you guys being a couple that actually works together versus being an individual entrepreneur. For the Faith and Tea family, our other entrepreneurs this month mostly have been individuals, but Bishop wanted to also bring on a couple. So talk about that difference in dynamic, being a couple working together. You all, as you said, you have you have a teenager, and then you also have some young kids. I also know you got a couple of fur babies at home as well. And so it's family and it's life.
Yeah.
So talk about being a couple that does this, but also how you balance life and everything with your thriving business.
So you want to go full transparency?
Yeah, we can go full transparency.
All right,
I was
you want to start?
all
We'll go
right.
full transparency
So
on that.
we have to work as a couple for us to work together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to be, working good together. And so it does. So for sometimes she pushes me to the limit on my work, and she's very very honest with me. And so in the beginning it was a little tough. I was like she's like, you represent me. So, but no, that's the push that I need, because I do believe that every good woman, I mean, every good man needs a woman that pushes him to be greater and pushes him to be the best that he can be. And that's what my wife does. And that's what I realized in working together. She pushes me to be better, and it's been life lessons. So it's helped us grow as a couple. It's not for the faint at heart.
Mhm.
It's not for the faint at heart, but it works for us.
Yeah.
And we're also very much so like-minded at the same time. We want to provide a great experience for the people that we work for. We take pride and honor in people speaking well of us.
Yeah.
I think I say to my wife sometimes, my face good everywhere, but her face is good everywhere too. But those are things that we take pride in working together as a couple. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think for us it was an adjustment. So to kind of take it back, before we even got married, I was always in hustle mode. So I would be at my parents' house. Other part of our business is run at my parents' house. So I would be at my parents' house till 11, 12 at night, working. And when he moved here, after we got married, it was like it was a strain, to be honest. It was a strain because I was so used to always working by myself. I was so used to being able to stay up until 1 and 2 a.m. editing photos, without any regard to anybody, because it was just me. I didn't have to worry about, oh, we'll be eating for dinner. Like, it's like, okay, I'm just gonna grab something on my way home. And so in the beginning, it was a strain, on our marriage, to be perfectly honest. And it took some tough conversations of, listen, I support your business, I support your hustle. However, we need some balance. And to that point, it took us a minute to find that balance. But once we kind of incorporated each other and considered each other, and how, yeah, I want you to make your money and I want you to make your money, but at the end of the day, we're a family. We have to come together. We're married. We have to, make this marriage work. I think when we had those honest conversations with each other, it became a lot easier to work together. Like he said, I am tough, and that's because I built a reputation before he got here, and I he my husband, but he's my business partner. So when it's business, it's business. And sometimes we have to make that separation. And I'll say, listen, I'm not talking to you as your wife right now. I'm talking to you as your business partner, and you failing me right now. I'm a little tough on my words at times, but I got my business hat on, and it's something that my mom taught me. My mom is very hard on me about business, and I appreciate her for that, because she's the one who helped me to get my contracts in order, get my client management system together, make sure when we're presenting, we're not just presenting, like, as you mentioned, like, oh, you my friend, you my family, I'm just going, we going to just do it under the table. No, we do everything by the book. You signing contracts, you working through my client management system to pay your invoice, like, we're doing it legit. And once he and I kind of got to that point of like, business is business, personal was personal, it became a lot easier. It's a lot of scheduling balances, before I accept any engagement, whether it's by myself or, he and we have to talk about it. We have a family calendar, so if I have a photo shoot, it affects him, because that means that while I'm gone, he's solo dad. If he has, something, that means I'm solo mom. And so we have to work together, and we have to do a lot of communicating, especially if I have a deadline, and maybe he needs to now get the kids ready for bed because I have to deliver photos. So it's a lot of conversation. So I will say, couples going into business together, strengthen your communication skills.
Yes.
Make sure that you are, in a space where you can freely communicate. When we were dating, we had a thing called safe space, and we would ask, is this a safe space? Because I need to have a conversation with you. I might not have the right words, I might not have the right tone, but I need to communicate something to you. And so, that was our way of giving each other grace, if we need to have a difficult conversation. And so that's helped us in business as well.
That's good. That's good. I think we have a lot of conversations on Faith and Tea, particularly Bishop and myself, on our Overflow Mondays, and they are very organic. But every now and then, he'll say, "Oh, that's a nugget. I'm gonna put it in my bag." I think you all just did that for couples, for relationships, right? Um, Living life together um, can go one or two ways, right? And having a business that's already established, and then adding to that business this covenant relationship of marriage. Uh, and now, actually, the business now maybe becomes one of these tools that actually helps you to learn communication even
Yeah.
effectively. Have you seen how your business? So you talked about how the family has done for the business. You mentioned your mom, Jessica, and I see her in the comments
Thank you.
supporting. um, but how would you say? Talk about how the business has maybe influenced or benefited your family, your home dynamic, your family. Of course, it's a business, so there is the financial benefit that comes from a successful business. But you all kind of just opened up that door, even talking about communication. So, are there other ways you've seen your business benefit your marriage or your family?
Well, well, I mean, I can say on the family, pretty much all the kids except for the baby know how to use a camera. Like,
Yeah.
Aaron, our oldest, he can use a camera. Jess is taking him out on the shoots, and like you said, Pastor Bright, you've seen him. He can shoot. He can shoot video. He can edit video. And it's just a tool, like, like he doesn't probably even realize that what a blessing of knowledge that is.
Yeah.
And even now we've given little Braxton, our 3-year-old, he has a little camera he runs around with.
A real camera is
Uh,
my first camera.
Jessica's
Or no,
first.
my second camera. I
Yeah.
you get my upgrade camera.
Yeah, so he's running around and just snapping pictures.
Yeah.
But we're fostering creativity
Hmm.
with within the kids, and that's something that I like and I value, and I see it. I see their juices flowing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I would say the other thing is the togetherness. So we spend a lot of time, with my in like my personal family, my husband and my kids. But we also spend a lot of time with my parents. So oftentimes we are collaborating for events where they're running the photo booth side of the business. He may be doing video, I may be doing photos, but we're spending time together. And even though it's work, it's still time spent. So we spend a
Yeah.
lot of time in my parents' house. So it's a lot of, a lot of laughs, and working with your family can either be a good thing or it can be a challenging thing. And I will say, we have far more fun times than challenging times, for sure. And it's a lot of laughs, a lot of just togetherness, and I appreciate that because my kids get to spend time with their grandparents and we're working. So it's like,
Mhm.
it's not a, oh man, sorry, mom's got to work, so you got to sit over in the corner somewhere. It's like, no, like I get to play with my grandparents, and to my husband's point, fostering that creativity, teaching these life skills, and just kind of building a legacy where I can have something to pass down to my children. That's what it's all about, being able to pass something down to them.
That's amazing. I think that's a great point. As we get ready to close out, Bishop will come back in a moment, but I think looking at your origin story, and then also seeing that the two of you are also now passing this on. I think when we think about it, even in a spiritual context, the Bible talks about. Leaving an inheritance into our children, and particularly in the African American community, uh, and the African American, let's be honest, in the African American church community, it's not always what we do well, right?
Yeah.
And so, shout out to the both of you, young entrepreneurs, business owners, business partners that are doing life and business together, and then also leaving a legacy, not just for the business and the skills and the life skills, but also demonstrating a healthy marriage business relationship that, regardless of what your children or others that may know you all see, they can see that partnership. And that's what I believe makes. For a great small business, a great success, you're doing something that you enjoy. You work together, and as I said, I definitely can vouch for the professionalism and the product side of it. Faith and T family. Anytime you have seen my picture, you have seen some of their work. And Bishop, I'll be getting a new one to you, I guess, here in a little while.
Yes.
But it is something. It is something that I think we should always be able to point back to as believers. Is that the success comes when we do things in a certain way.
Yes,
And for
absolutely.
you all to have met doing this, to be able to come together and maintain it, and not only that, but now it grows. You talked about the expansion of the business, not just with your family, but also with the products that you give. We celebrate that, and certainly kudos to you for being able to navigate that space. Do me a favor as we get ready to bring Bishop back in to close us out. Tell the people where you're located, how they can get in touch with you. Uh, we have people on the platform that are in other states, but certainly share how they can get in touch with you, how they can support your business, and follow you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are located in the DMV area. So if you are interested in us, servicing you, we do travel. so we can travel to you as well. But you can find us online at www.jsmithimagesllc.com, where you'll be able to see all of our services that we offer. We're on Instagram, and we are also on Facebook at J Smith Images One.
Great, great, great. Outstanding. Thank you for coming
Yes,
and
thank
joining and
you.
closing out our Black Owners Spotlight, Black Entrepreneurs. Um, I think I think you all were probably the youngest business owners that we share, and I think that's also a wonderful thing to be able to show. We've shown some. I believe we had a grandma that is doing business and entrepreneurship. You as a young couple, we've had a single mom that was on this month. To the Faith and Tea family, get in touch with them, support their business, and to those that are maybe inspired by this story, you can do it no matter what age, no matter
Absolutely.
what your relationship status. Do it well. They've invested in themselves and in their business, and of course, God's been with them every step of the way. So, to the both of you, thank you for being a part of this, and happy. February as we close out to this February. Bishop, come on back in.
Pastor Brock, can I say one additional thing?
Yes, ma'am.
So if anyone's interested in, learning anything about what we do, how we done it, if you're interested in, learning the business aspects, customer service and client management, everything, please feel free to reach out. We love talking business. We love helping entrepreneurs. We love helping, people with tips and tricks and everything. We don't gatekeep around here. So if you ever need any advice, anything live streaming, anything, please feel free to reach out.
Yeah, we love to teach because if the knowledge dies with us and
Yeah.
we don't share it, it's lost.
Mhm.
So we don't want to lose any recipes. We're gonna pass it on.
That's excellent. That's actually a good, Bishop. As we are in Black History Month, uh, a lot of what successes die out, even in the Black church. They die out because the visionary holds on to that chair, holds on to that seat all the way until they're called home to rest. So, thank you all for offering that. And I think that's a good segue, Bishop, to the Faith and Tea family. You don't have to be in photography. You don't have to do imaging. Just being a business owner, this wonderful couple is willing to talk about how you can benefit from some of the lessons learned in their own lived experience.
Listen. I was sitting here. First of all, who is Bunny? Who is Bunny Smith?
That's my
That's her
That's
mom.
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 Lord have mercy. You got a wing person on your hand.
Since day one.
She has basically taken over the comment section,
I can only
promoting you
imagine.
all. Kudos to you, mama. Kudos to you. Pump your baby up. But I tell you, you all did
She's
a
my biggest fan.
this was just awesome. It was awesome. I
Thank you.
appreciate Pastor Sean when we came up with the idea this month. I gave the people that work with me, I say, hey, you get somebody,
Mhm.
I'll get somebody. And he said, man, I got this couple. He say, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get them. And I say, well, work on it. And
Yeah.
we so proud, so glad that he was able
Thank
to
you.
tag you all. And listen, this was our first time. Here we go. This
Mhm.
was our first time doing something of this nature. And what
It's
I've
phenomenal.
learned even in listening to you all and seeing the different people that we had on, what I've learned is even being able to reach out to our people earlier so that we can have the flyers or whatever we need. So when we're asking about your information, boom, we can post it
Mhm.
on there because that's how we do over here. We Faith and Tea is about support. There when God gave me the vision, it was about working outside the four walls of the church. And so a lot of times we talk so much about church, which is great. Don't get me wrong. But we have life outside the church. And I love
Yes.
how you all have incorporated your business. She goes out there, and I typed this earlier in the thing. I say, you do God work and he will bless you. She goes out there for to do work and comes home with a husband. How about that? Lord have mercy.
Thank you,
That's
Lord.
enough to make all these single people say, you know what?
Come on.
Yes, Lord, I'm gonna do what I need to do. And so just to hear you all, and see you all, just I was watching, I was looking, and so thank you all so much for stopping by this morning and sharing with the Faith and Tea family. We're a tight knit family here. The Lord has really blessed us tremendously to be who we are, and we support each and every one. As I mentioned to you, get me a commercial. We will definitely
Okay.
broadcast it, and put your business out there, because I just believe that the kingdom is so much larger than just an individual. Amen, somebody. And so
Amen.
once again, I thank y'all to the fullest.
Thank you.
Pastor, I'm gonna turn it back over to you for the final words to close us out. And once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will be back on Monday with Overflow Monday. Everybody have a phenomenal weekend. I'm getting ready to head out of town. Bishop is probably en route or going to be en route shortly to come scoop me up, and we're heading up to North Carolina once again to do God's work. I thank God for where I'm at in life now, that allows me to not only work in the ministry, but to work full time in the ministry, and to be able to support the ministry that I'm a part of. So keep us in prayer. Pastor, it's in your hand. God bless you. Thank you once again, family.
Thank you.
Bless you, Bishop. Thank you always, Brandon and Jessica. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful spotlight this morning. We're closing out February, Faith and Tea family. And as Bishop would say, this is Friday, usually Inspirational Friday. I pray that something this wonderful couple has shared has been inspiring to you, has lifted you, has given you a smile on your face at the very least. But listen, make sure you find your way to somebody's church house. If you don't have a church home, I don't know if they did it in the comments today, but we usually do church shout outs. Find yourself in somebody's fellowship where you can gather with the people of God, be fed, be encouraged, be strengthened. Start the month of March off right. March 1st, first Sunday, get into the house of the Lord and have a blessed time. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for all things. You're amazing, God. You give unto us gifts and talents, and we thank you, Lord God, for the increase and the favor that you continue to provide for us. We thank you for Brandon and Jessica and all the entrepreneurs. I pray, Lord God, that as they have shared their stories this month, that you will increase their businesses, increase and expand their territory. Pray, God, that you will bless the Faith and Tea family. Continue to keep us in all of your ways. Let the blessing of the Lord overshadow us and overtake us as we go through this weekend. Help us to give you praise and to give you glory, to show the light of your love to somebody. We thank you for these and all blessings. We ask them now in Jesus' name. Amen. Have a phenomenal weekend, everyone. God bless you.
Thank you.